arrest last month while their kids were in the car. Police Chief Jerry Williams.
I'm disappointed. I'm sorry. I apologize to the family. This is not the type of behavior you should see from a Phoenix police officer.
The parents are now suing the city for $10 million. Hong Kong has released dissident Joshua Wong after 5 years in prison, and now he's joined the huge protests against a proposed bill that would allow China to extradite alleged criminals. The BBC's Stephen McDonald.
He said that the huge protests opposing extradition to mainland Chinese courts showed the world that Hong Kong people were prepared to stand up to their own government as well as Beijing in order to defend their freedoms.
Boeing CEO Kevin McAllister has apologized for the two 737 MAX crashes that have claimed 346 lives. He spoke this morning at the Paris Air Show.
It's a time to capture learning. It's a time to be introspective. And it's a time for us to make sure accidents like this never happen again.
At Pebble Beach, a Cinderella winner.
Gary Woodland has won the U.S. Open.
Joe Buck on Fox Sports. Woodland had never seriously contended for a major tournament until this one. S&P futures are up a point. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
Pros do it right by relying on trusted brands every day because your reputation depends on it. Lowe's is here to help by stocking more of those brands and at great savings too. Like 20% off in-stock GAF or Owens Corning shingles every day when you purchase by the pallet. And we now offer the Little Giant King Combo ladder, the world's first step, extension, and leaning ladder, giving you the flexibility to do just about any job for only $159. For your next job and every job after, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Selection varies by location, U.S. only.
With the Discover It Miles card, you can go further than you've ever gone before. Like sun on your face, book in your hand, kids playing in the sand further. Because the Discover It Miles card offers unlimited 1.5 miles on every purchase and will automatically match all the miles you earn at the end of your first year. So that means your 35,000 miles could become 70,000. It's just that easy. So get out there with your Discover It Miles card today. Limitations apply. Discover match for new card members only. Learn more at discover.com/travel.
Did you get something for Father's Day? Well, CBS's Bud Mishkin has the story of three men who received something much more precious than maybe a tie or a meal out.
It was called the Father's Day Bailout. Three Florida men charged with nonviolent misdemeanor offenses who could not afford to pay for their release were bailed out by a coalition of religious groups. The coalition told the Tampa Bay Times that the move was designed to put a face on the issue of mass incarceration. The three men were chosen as inmates who had been locked up in Tampa for a long time for nonviolent misdemeanors. When the men left jail last Thursday, they received a bag containing snacks, a hygiene kit, and a bus pass. Bud Mishkin, CBS News.
Mississippi is getting a $110,000 federal grant to preserve Champion Hill, which was part of General Ulysses Grant's effort to capture Vicksburg, the Civil War battlefield, nearly 60 acres big, about halfway between Vicksburg and Jackson. Peter King, CBS News.
The co-chairman of J.P. Morgan warned that a deep correction, like 40%, could hit the stock market at any time. Don't lose 40%. Diversify. Now you can add gold or silver to your IRA or 401k rollover accounts. The stock market has been shaky with the trade negotiations. Don't risk your investments. Listen to the warnings and diversify before you lose 40%. Protect your portfolio with solid, intangible investments, gold and silver. Call 800-722-2020 now, and all qualified investors get a free 2020 Trump Freedom Coin and a 10-ounce silver bar with your account. Call 800-722-2020 to be connected now and get a free 2020 Trump Freedom Coin and a 10-ounce silver bar when you open a qualified account. Or go to noblegoldinvestments.com. Individual results may vary. Invest wisely. Open your qualified account today to get your free 2020 Trump Freedom Coin and a 10-ounce silver bar. Don't wait for a 40% deep correction. Call 800-722-2020. That's 800-722-2020.
What if your doctors treated you like family, your nurses calmed your fears, you received personalized, compassionate care at every visit? At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
In
In retirement, where will your money come from? For many people, retirement income may come from a variety of sources. Here's a few avenues that may provide you money in retirement. Social Security is the government-administered retirement income program. Workers become eligible after paying Social Security taxes for 10 years. Personal savings and investments can provide income during retirement. Retirees tend to look for investments that offer monthly income. Individual retirement accounts have been around since 1974. Contributions you make to a traditional IRA may be fully or partially tax deductible, depending on your individual circumstances. Distributions from an individual retirement account are taxed as ordinary income. What workers anticipate in terms of retirement income sources may differ considerably from what retirees actually experience. How do these sources of income impact your personal retirement? Please call the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson, or Brian Basinger to discuss your retirement income plan. Call us today at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hillier, WL Alliance LLC, member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning. Glad to have you with us on this Monday morning. 68 degrees, 7 minutes after the 6 o'clock hour here from WCLU. We've had a little rain overnight. We'll check in with Jeff Eno, who is on duty at the Weather Channel for us this morning. But first things first, let's see who we're going to wake up with a smile and a happy birthday wish today on the morning show. First of all, Mr. Ray Green is having a birthday today. It's also the 10th birthday of Aiden Gully. Whitney Williams Kinslow, the birthday. Ms. Pam Karen celebrates. Rachel Pace. Phyllis Stevenson. Rita Shaw has a birthday today. It's Aubrey Bullington with an anniversary as well. And a nice couple, it is John and Leslie Bradshaw with a wedding anniversary today. How about that? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online, a simple click here at WCLUradio.com. We're looking forward to hearing from you as we have a day full of entertainment for you here on WCLU, and a lot of prizes too, including a Dairy Queen birthday cake to somebody whose name is on this list today. That's an entire cake and quite an enjoyment too. Also, we'll be giving away a beautiful rose from Greer's Florist today, so get ready for that. Now, let's see what Jeff Eno has to say about the way things are starting off this Monday.
Flooding concerns today in the northern part of the state, but we are going to be seeing our showers and thunderstorms later today. We'll run that temperature up into the upper 80s. Tonight, more showers, thunderstorms. The overnight low falls back to around 70. And yes, we will see thunderstorms again for Tuesday. Afternoon high up to around 80 degrees. And a decent opportunity for showers and thunderstorms coming back on Wednesday. Wednesday's high around 85 degrees. I'm Jeff Eno from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm looking at the constant coverage and studio radar screen. We've had some rain overnight, about a tenth of an inch of rain in the bucket at last check. It's very muggy, very humid out there this morning. Humidity at, where did I put that? 98%. We recorded a tenth of an inch of rain in the rain gauge. There's some shower activity between, let's see here, between Hiceville and about Edmonton this morning on the Highway 70 there. Pretty good little thunderstorm knocking on the doors and waking folks up in that neighborhood. Another area of storms beginning to build on the western side of I-65, really from about, about Central City and Greenville, on to the east there. So we've got this unusually muggy situation, and a lot of rain has been falling across the state. Let's just keep our eyes on it, and we'll keep you posted here on WCLU. 68 degrees at 610. Brennan Crane and local news next. Riley Dental Group, a group of dedicated and highly trained dentists who are committed to you and your family's dental health. Dr. Matthew Riley, Dr. Amy Norris Cassidy, and Dr. Jim Thurman. 3 professionals who encourage and facilitate excellent dental care. With the latest in technology, Riley Dental Group offers sedation dentistry for many procedures. They are the well-established source for dental implants in this area, which has changed so many patients' lives. Of course, dental care begins with hygiene. The dental hygienists at Riley Dental Group keep your teeth clean and coach you as you take care of your teeth at home. Commit to taking better care of your dental health. Get the Riley Dental Group on your side today. Call 651-5939. That's 651-5939 and get started. Riley Dental Group, 101 State Avenue in Glasgow.
U.S. Bank encourages you to think outside the square. U.S. Bank in Glasgow offers multiple solutions to take credit card payments from your phone or tablet. Yes, U.S. Bank can take your small business mobile. Call Irvin Sorrell at 659-3200 in Glasgow or Wes Mauser at 651-2106 or in Cave City, call Cheryl Davidson at 773-3112. Whether you're selling produce at the farmer's market or finalizing a construction project, U.S. Bank has a payment solution for you with 24/7 customer service. So think outside the square for your small business. It's all of us serving you. U.S. Bank. Member FDIC.
You can now stay up to date with the Glasgow EPB more than ever before. You can now stay informed by following the Glasgow Electric Plant Board online on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at Glasgow EPB, and on our website, glasgowepb.net. From staying updated during an outage to seeing updates about Glasgow EPB products and services, and even learning about ways to save energy and money on your bill, the Glasgow EPB has you covered online on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on glasgowepb.net. The Glasgow EPB, connecting Glasgow to the future.
For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. The Warren County Sheriff's Office says deputies apprehended a man early Saturday after they responded to a theft in progress. According to a news release, the department responded to 180 Sunnyside Gott Road around 3:37 a.m. on Saturday. Police say they heard a male subject jump a cattle fence. Police located William Wright, 34 of Nashville, near a wood line not far from where deputies responded. According to police, Wright immediately fled into a field from deputies on foot when they tried to stop him. Police found Wright to be in possession of several credit cards and ID cards. Wright had also stolen the victim's wallet and damaged their car. Wright was lodged in the Warren County Regional Jail and charged with third-degree criminal trespassing, second-degree criminal mischief, theft by unlawful taking or contents from a vehicle under $500, public intoxication, excluding alcohol, first-degree fleeing or evading police on foot, 2 counts of tampering with physical evidence, possession of marijuana, and promoting contraband. A woman is dead after a New York driver collided into her vehicle last week. Kentucky State Police say a 3-vehicle fatal collision occurred around 4 o'clock last Thursday afternoon. Authorities say the accident happened in Campbellsville on Kentucky 55 South. Preliminary investigation has determined that 34-year-old Fazluddin Bazarov of Brooklyn, New York, was operating a truck when he struck 42-year-old Don Miles' Jeep Wrangler. According to police, Miles of Columbia was stopped in a construction zone. Miles' vehicle overturned and struck 60-year-old Jeffrey Hubbard's truck. Police say Miles's and Hubbard's vehicles both caught fire. Miles was pronounced dead on the scene. Hubbard and a passenger were not injured. Bazarov was arrested and charged with reckless homicide, failure to render aid, reckless driving, and failure of a non-owner to maintain required insurance. Bazarov was lodged in the Taylor County Detention Center. Barron County Schools recently announced in a press conference that they will host the contemporary Christian rock band Newsboys in September. The Nashville-based band is scheduled to perform at Barron County High School September 13th at 7 p.m. The concert will serve as a benefit concert for the Southern Kentucky FCA chapter and the school system's summer reading and feeding initiative known as BC Reads and Feeds. Director of Nutritional Services and Summer Feeding Coordinator Cheyenne Fant told WCLU News how the concert will benefit the two programs.
The proceeds for this go to BC Reads and Feeds and FCA. Both of those are organizations that serve multiple school districts, with FCA serving Fellowship of Christian Athletes at many school districts, and they have a phenomenal program to spread the word of God. And also our BC Reads and Feeds program, we are kind of like the hands and feet working through the summer months to give food to people who are in need. So 2 great causes that are coming together to be able to have the Newsboys dawn us again.
The Christian band performed at Barron County High School 4 years ago. This year's concert will be the second stop of 30 on the Greatness of Our God tour. Glasgow Council member Terry Bunnell has helped organize the event. Bunnell says there are varying ticket packages available.
We're excited to offer 3 ticket packages. One that will be floor seating, going to be second level chairback seating and then bleacher seating. The event's going to be held at Berrien County High School, where we had Newsboys 4 years ago, had a fantastic crowd then, sold out crowd, and we know they'll be back this year with a very great message in their music and their performance.
Tickets go on sale at 8 o'clock this morning. A link to buy tickets can be found at barron.kyschools.us. We have 6:16, 68 degrees. We'll be right back for more local news.
What does it mean to listen? At Time Savers, we believe listening means respecting a client's wishes, affording them dignity in making decisions, allowing them to acknowledge they are uncertain or skeptical of what the future may hold. At Time Savers, we are here to listen, to understand your personal care and home help needs, and to help you achieve the quality of life that you want, either for yourself or your loved ones. Whether you want to remain in your home as long as possible, or you need a little extra help in assisted living or memory care, Time Savers will listen and come up with the best solution for you. Call us at 270-792-5703 or go to mytimesaversky.com. That's 270-792-5703 or mytimesaversky.com. We listen, we understand, and we help.
Come on down to Bailey Gibson. The 2018s have to go.
All 2018 models are marked down. Buicks, GMCs, cars, trucks, SUVs, they've all got to go. Prices have been cut.
Cut below invoice?
Yes, get a new 2018 below invoice pricing, in addition to all available incentives. Need financing? We can help with that also. Come on down to 306 Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. Check out the big savings on all remaining 2018 Buicks and GMCs on the lot. These are the lowest prices of the year. Find the vehicle you like and let us help with the rest.
Remember, Buicks, GMC's, savings, Bailey Gibson.
Gibson, they're my deal-making, hand-shaking, wheel-turning, hard-working dealer.
It's the patriotic scenery and sounds you look forward to each year. The Glasgow Community Band's annual Concert on the Square is Thursday, June 20th. Bring a lawn chair and enjoy the easy side of the Glasgow Square facing City Hall and take in patriotic music and other favorites from around the world. The event is free. That's Thursday, June 20th at 7 p.m. on the Square in Glasgow for the Community Band's annual Concert on the Square.
In more news this hour, the Kentucky Supreme Court has upheld a murder conviction and 55-year sentence for a man who killed his sister-in-law. The Bowling Green Daily News reports George Walker's sentence was upheld last week. The 24-year-old man was convicted last year of strangling 23-year-old Alice Walker in 2015 and tampering with physical evidence in her death. Alice Walker's body was found bound with rope, wrapped in a tarp, and dumped in a river near her Adairville home. George Walker's appeal argued jurors saw a suppressed portion of his confession, which he argued shouldn't have been used as evidence because his rights were violated during it. The court dismissed these arguments, saying Walker's defense wasn't harmed by the video and his rights weren't violated. A former NBA player, Anthony Grundy, has pleaded not guilty in connection with a fatal hit-and-run crash in Kentucky. News outlets report the 40-year-old Grundy turned himself in Friday and appeared in court Saturday. He is charged with leaving the scene of an accident and failure to render aid. A police report says Grundy told police he knew he hit something on Dixie Highway in Louisville the night of June 7th, but did not stop. Police say a woman trying to cross the road died after being struck. News outlets report that Grundy attended high school in Kentucky and played basketball at North Carolina State University from 1998 to 2002. He then professionally played in several countries and played briefly with the Atlanta Hawks in the 2005-2006 season. The Kentucky Public Service Commission has ruled that electric car charging stations are not utilities and do not need to be subject to regulation. The ruling is intended to remove any ambiguity over the legal status of charging stations. The commission says it should also pave the way for more stations to be installed in Kentucky. The commission says Kentucky has lagged behind neighboring states in the availability of public charging stations. The state has 94. The ruling hinged on whether charging stations are providing electric service to the public, which would make them fall under the commission's jurisdiction. Commissioners determined that the stations are consumers and end users of electricity. The Public Service Commission regulates more than 1,100 gas, water, sewer, electric, and telecommunication utilities operating in the state. Kentucky Supreme Court has ruled that a damage waiver signed by a parent at a trampoline park does not protect the park from liability in the case of an injured child. The Courier-Journal reports that the court said Thursday it reached a unanimous decision in a lawsuit against House of Boom, a Louisville trampoline park where an 11-year-old girl broke her ankle in August of 2015. The girl's mother had signed a waiver warning of the risk of serious injury, paralysis, or death when she bought tickets for her daughter. The mother alleged House of Boom failed to adequately supervise customers or follow safety policies. House of Boom cited the waiver in seeking the lawsuit's dismissal. The court ruled that the public's interest in protecting children renders liability waivers at for-profit operations unenforceable. When you think of family, what do you think about? Perhaps it's your parents, siblings, aunts, and uncles. For the Barron County Flames team, it's each other. In fact, you can never tell that the players and coaches are a group of inspired and active friends. According to team coach Greg Bernard, the team doesn't recognize themselves as anything other than family.
We're just like one big family. Like I said before, it's like when something happens, we all hurt. When we're happy, we're happy. When we're sad, but we're just like one big family. It doesn't matter what goes on. We may argue, we may fight, but in the long run, we're there to support each other.
The Flames team plays year-round, keeping a busy schedule of softball, bowling, basketball, and track and field. Playing softball is one of Amanda Payne's favorite activities.
I love it. I love sports. Softball's probably my favorite. It's busy. It keeps me busy, but I like to stay busy, so.
Payne is a hostess at the local Applebee's restaurant. Bernard says his passion is to see the team atmosphere and the ability for the team members to be involved in their community.
Athletes are people like we are. They just need an opportunity to be seen, to be heard. They just need an opportunity to have a chance.
Alan Wells and Kevin Farley have been Special Olympics team members for over 20 years. According to Wells, he loves being a part of the team.
I love it. Flames and Barron, because very important to me, because I got lots of friends out there. I need sport. And all my college friends and high school friends and Special Olympics, them real close to me.
Being such a close-knit group comes quite easy, though. Bernard works alongside a group of adults who have a passion for helping kids. According to Bernard, he always has had the passion.
It's always been a passion. I've always had a special spot in my heart for kids. And just to see them progress as they do over the years, over the weeks, it just really makes you proud to see that they've listened and they've learned and you're able to be involved in their life. My son, every time he's up to bat or up to bowling, I'm proud. I'm a proud dad. I'm a coach, but I'm also a proud dad, too. So it's not just one thing. And I guess all these are my kids.
According to the Flame team members, the coaches make sure the team knows one thing, that they love them.
Greg, I love Greg. He's a great coach. Just the way that he treats all of us, and he's so friendly, and he helps with what he can.
Greg James is hard worker coaches, and we have to learn more, listen to him. And why they're screaming to us because they love us.
The Flames are hosting a fun night tomorrow at Ralphie's Fun Center beginning at 7 p.m. Bernard says they'll be bowling and anyone is welcome to come. We have 68 degrees. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane.
Some people say, a pharmacy is a pharmacy. You go in, you buy the same pills you can buy anywhere. I would tell you different. I know from my own personal experience at Glasgow Prescription Center, the difference really is the people that work there. I was having a hard time sleeping. I couldn't get the right mask for my CPAP machine, and it was really affecting the way I lived. Luckily, I met Bryant at Glasgow Prescription Center, and he pointed out a new mask that was similar to my old mask, but might fit better and might relieve the pressure that I just couldn't stand and couldn't sleep with at night. And I'm happy to say I'm sleeping better, I feel better, and it's all because I'm at the right person at the right pharmacy. Glasgow Prescription Center is not just any other pharmacy. And I would encourage you that if you're not happy with the service you're getting, or you're looking for the right kind of home medical product, or you just want to see a smiling face when you go to the pharmacy, Glasgow Prescription Center is the best place to go. Located in the Southgate Shopping Center, call 270-651-8889.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Governor Bevin's chief of staff is speaking out about the firing of one of Lieutenant Governor Janine Hampton's aides. Blake Brickman said in a statement over the weekend that Adrian Southworth was terminated for several reasons, including misusing state property. Brickman also said Southworth lobbied state legislators to provide more leniency for convicted sex offenders. Southworth claims Brickman's explanation is not true. It was a violent weekend in Louisville. 1 person dead, 8 others injured after multiple shootings. 4 shootings happened in a 3-hour window overnight Saturday, with 1 man injured in the first shooting late Saturday night. About 2 hours later, 6 men were shot near a liquor store, with 1 being killed. Kentucky high school legend King Kelly Coleman has died at the age of 80. Coleman is the first Kentucky Mr. Basketball and is the all-time leading scorer in state high school boys basketball history. Coleman starred for Wayland High School and is the only player in state history to score over 4,000 points. The Louisville Cardinals dropped into the elimination bracket of the College World Series in Omaha. They lost to Vanderbilt in the first round 3-1. Coach Dan McDonald.
I didn't think we played our best baseball. Looked a little bit like our first 2 games in the regionals. And, maybe it's having our back against the wall. Maybe it's playing with a little more edge.
Louisville plays Auburn on Tuesday. The Kentucky Public Service Commission has ruled that electric car charging stations are not utilities and do not need to be subject to regulation. The ruling is intended to remove any ambiguity over the legal status of charging stations. I'm Paul Miles.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
It's the summer travel season. To raise awareness of traffic laws and to encourage safe driving habits, state and local law enforcement are out in force during the Blue Lights Across the Bluegrass campaign. The goal is not to write tickets, but to save lives. Don't speed, don't drive impaired or distracted, and always wear your seatbelt. Obey the laws, or you will be cited. No exceptions, no excuses. Paid with federal funds through the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Looking for fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We now have even more great services like Apple Pay, make payments directly from your smartphone, and People Pay, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us on the internet to learn more at ctbi.com. That's ctbi.com.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC.
Whether you have a little boo-boo or a great big boo-boo, when it comes to your car, who fixes those problems really matters. Shaw's Body Shop in Glasgow is a well-established, reputable company capable of taking care of any size damage to your car. In fact, many major insurance carriers have Shaw's on their preferred repair shop list. What does that tell you? It tells you whether you have a little ding or a big bang. Get it fixed right with Shaw's Body Shop on West Main, 651-5172.
Local news time from WCLU is 6:29. We have a temperature reading of 68 degrees. In area funeral announcements this hour, Marilyn Wilkinson, age 86, of Glasgow, died Sunday at her residence. At this hour, arrangements for Marilyn Wilkinson are incomplete, but will be under the direction of the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Bobby Linwood Anderson, age 83, of Dewberry, died yesterday. At this hour, arrangements for Bobby Linwood Anderson are incomplete, but will be announced later by the McMurtry Funeral Home. Dawn Marie Miles, 42, of Columbia, died Thursday in Taylor County as a result of an automobile accident. Dawn is survived by her husband Richard Miles and 3 children. Arrangements for Dawn Marie Miles are incomplete, but will be under the direction of the Stotts Phelps McCreary Funeral Home in Columbia. Betty Jean Buckley, age 86, of Temple Hill, died Sunday at her residence. She was the daughter of the late Henry Clay Britt and Edith Spillman Britt. She was a homemaker, and she worked at NHC Healthcare as a CNA. She was a member of the Temple Hill Baptist Church. Survivors include her son Steve Buckley of Temple Hill, a daughter Carol K. Bragg of Glasgow, 8 grandchildren, 12 great-grandchildren, a sister-in-law Delcy Britt of Glasgow, and several nieces and nephews. The service for Betty Jean Buckley will be at 2 Tuesday at A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, burial on the Poplar Log Cemetery. Visitation begins at 3 p.m. this afternoon. Debbie Sue Miller Bunch, 58, of Brownsville, died Saturday at the Medical Center of Bowling Green. The Monroe County native was the daughter of Cletus Miller and the late Frances Ann Glass Miller. She was a former employee of Greenleaf Nursery and was a member of the Brotherhood Free Will Baptist Church. She was affectionately known to her family and many friends as Granny Debbie. In addition to her father, she is survived by 3 sons, Kevin Bluto Wheat and wife Sissy, Anthony Popeye Wheat, and Shane Bulldog Wheat. The father of her children, Marcel Wheat. 1 sister, Rhoda Wheeler, and husband Greg of Summershade. A brother, Mitch Miller, and wife Holly of Brownsville. Her significant other, Mike Denham of Brownsville, and his children, Emily and Noah. 5 grandchildren, Colin Wheat, Mackenzie Logston, Tamisha Logston, Tyler Logston, and Kaylin Ogles, and 8 great-grandchildren. Funeral services for Debbie Sue Miller Bunch will be at 3 o'clock on Tuesday at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burial to be in the White Cemetery. Visitation begins after 10 o'clock Tuesday at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Doris Edna Pettigo Froge, 87, of Edmonton, died Friday at her home. She was a daughter of the late Underwood and Pricey Bailey Pettigo, a homemaker and a member of the Antioch Baptist Church. She is survived by 2 daughters, Vicki Harris of Edmonton and Connie Hoffman of Munfordville, 4 grandchildren, Jordan Harris, Jessica Pickerel, David Robbins, and Tommy Lee Branstetter, and 4 great-grandchildren, Ella Bain, Kaysen Pickerel, Riley Robbins, and Dawson Robbins. The funeral service for Doris Edna Pettigo Froge will be held Tuesday at 1 at Butler Funeral Home, burial to be in the Heisville Cemetery. Visitation begins this afternoon at 5 p.m. at Butler Funeral Home. Olethea Browning Johnson, 84, of Fountain Run, died Friday at Jefferson Manor in Louisville. The Edmonson County native was a retired seamstress for Kellwood and Brownsville Manufacturing and a member of the Midway United Missionary Baptist Church. She was a daughter of the late Ewing Browning and Ethel Meredith Browning, surviving her 2 daughters, Patricia Dennison of Brownsville and Peggy Bennett of Bowling Green. 2 brothers, Charles Browning of Smiths Grove and Tex Browning of Brownsville. 2 daughters, Beatrice Johnson of Brownsville and Arlene Hoskins of E-Town. 12 grandchildren, Josh Gibbons, Amy Dennison, Jonathan Houchin, Jay Houchin, Teresa Lowe, Cerisa Morris, Laura Morris, Steve Bennett, Matthew Bennett, Cody Bennett, Jamie Austin, and Laura Austin Ellis, and 17 great-grandchildren. The service for Olethea Browning Johnson will be held at 11 o'clock Tuesday at Grayville Funeral Home, burial in the Midway Cemetery. Visitation begins at 4 p.m. this afternoon. Clyde England Jr., age 79, of Fountain Run, died Saturday. The Monroe County native was the son of the late Clyde England Sr. and Clara Jones England. He was a farmer and a retired tool and die maker after 40 years of service at different companies, including GE and Kentucky Connectors. He also taught the art of tool and die making at both Bowling Green and Barron County Technical Schools. He was a member of the Tracy United Methodist Church. Survivors include his wife, Dorothy Bowles England, his daughter Lori England Wright of Oakland, daughter-in-law Valerie England of Fountain Run, grandchildren Courtney Garman, Mark Seth England, and Lucas England, his great-grandchildren Camden Garman, Kyler Garman, Carrie Lynn Garman, and Ty Garman, 2 sisters Dorothy Gray and Mary Carol Barksdale and husband James, and several nieces and nephews. The funeral service for Clyde England Jr. will be at 11 o'clock on Tuesday morning at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home, burial to be in the Tracy Church Cemetery. Visitation begins this afternoon at 3 p.m. Alternate expressions of sympathy can take the form of contributions to the Tracy Church Cemetery Fund. Eddie Graves, age 71, of Mount Hermon, died Saturday. Born in Monroe County, the son of the late Ovie and Charlie Graves. He married Janetta Rich at Cumberland County Courthouse in 1972. He worked at Eaton Dana Corporation for 25 and a half years before retiring in 2002. He was also a farmer. He served in the U.S. Army. Eddie is survived by his wife, Janetta Graves, a daughter and son-in-law, Charlotta and Tony Thompson of Mount Hermon, a brother and sister-in-law, Raven and Carolyn Graves of Red Bowling Springs, Tennessee. Also surviving one niece, 4 nephews, and 4 great-nieces and 3 great-great-nieces. The service for Eddie Graves will be Tuesday at 1 at Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home, burial to follow in the Monroe County Memorial Lawn. Military rites performed by the Glasgow DAV Chapter 20. Visitation begins at 3 this afternoon at the Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home. Alternate expressions of sympathy can be made in the form of donations to the Mud Lick Volunteer Fire Department or to the old Mount Hermon Cemetery. The funeral service for Francisco Leonardo Vasquez, age 61, of Bonneville, will be today at 3 o'clock at the Bob Hunt Funeral Chapel, burial in the Evergreen Cemetery at Park City. Military rites performed by DAV Chapter 20. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
What if your doctors treated you like family, your nurses calmed your fears, you received personalized, compassionate care at every visit? At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
All right, 68 degrees, 6:37. It is steamy out there today. Jeff Eno on duty at the Weather Channel to say we've got more rain in the neighborhood.
Flooding concerns today in the northern part of the state, but we are going to be seeing our showers and thunderstorms later today. We'll run that temperature up into the upper 80s. Tonight, more showers, thunderstorms. The overnight low falls back to around 70. And yes, we will see thunderstorms again for Tuesday. Afternoon high up to around 80 degrees. And a decent opportunity for showers and thunderstorms coming back on Wednesday. Wednesday's high around 85 degrees. I'm Jeff Eno from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Jeff. The constant coverage. The studio radar screen shows the rain that we have had this morning rising to the north. It's moving more northerly than it is from west to east, which is the more traditional way that we see it happen. Heavy thunderstorms. Let me zoom in here and make sure I can tell you exactly where these are. Really up close to Greensburg, on over toward Campbellsville, on over toward, closer to Jamestown, Russell Springs, with some thunder shower activity knocking on the door there. All the rain shower activity that was in between Hopkinsville and Madisonville has now moved up the Kentucky Parkway, the Western Kentucky Parkway, in between Madisonville and E-Town. So you'll run into that on I-65 as you leave Hart County and get into Hardin County this morning. That's kind of the way it looks right now. We had 1/10 of an inch of rain in the bucket here in the past 24 hours at the studios of WCLU. 94% humidity. Southwest winds at 10 miles an hour. We've seen a gust or two to 21 when some heavier showers come through. Barometers at 29.97. It's 6:39 and 68 degrees.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, reward. If you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Indeed, it's fun. And when you go, it makes you want to go back, I'll tell you that for sure, at Ralphie's Fun Center. Let me tell you about the honorees we have on the birthday club so far. On the 17th day of June, we know that Aubrey Bullington is having a birthday. It's Rita Shaw celebrating. Phyllis Stevenson, happy birthday to Phyllis. We have Rachel Pace with a birthday today. It is Pam Karen. Whitney Williams Kinslow. Aiden Gully. Aiden, welcome to the double digits. Aiden is 10 today. Mr. Ray Green, just an all-around good fella, one of our archivists, one of our good friends. Ray with a birthday today on this 17th day of June. We also have an anniversary couple. It's John and Leslie Bradshaw. Happy anniversary to John and Leslie Bradshaw today. Now we're going to pat on the back today a special person. It's Rachel Pace Day on the radio. Let me give you, this was another nominated. We love the fact that you nominate persons of the day because it's pretty easy to get it on about the day that you would want it to be. But this is Rachel Pace Day, and here is why. Says here, this is my baby girl's birthday. I like that. I am one of the lucky fathers that every few years her birthday falls on Father's Day. Rachel is a very loving mom to her daughter, our granddaughter, Presley. Now, how can you dispute that? My baby girl's birthday, I'm a lucky father, and she's a great mom, a great daughter, and a great mom of my granddaughter there, Presley, he writes. So we appreciate that information. If you happen to see Rachel Pace around, you pat her on the back and let her know she's good as gold. From WCLU and a little taste of Texas. All right. Coming right back, we've got some Monday morning archives here on WCLU.
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new loaded hash round bowl. Crispy potatoes, fluffy eggs, sausage gravy, melted cheddar, and crumbled bacon. Now part of our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. No longer are bowls just college football games you can nap to. Now they're loaded with Hardee's delicious breakfast favorites and in our 2 for $4 mix and match. Try a bowl today. They're actually really useful. Hardee's, because it tastes better.
Available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
Join the Bowling Green Hot Rods every Friday for Fireworks Friday, sponsored by Norton Children's Hospital. Following every Friday night game, the Hot Rods will light up the sky with the fireworks display. Visit bghotrods.com for more information. Hot Rods Baseball. Fantastic.
Spend your weekday afternoons learning the common sense way to handle your money. The Dave Ramsey Show on WCLU from 1 to 4 helps you deal with money management, debt freedom, and financial peace. Brought to you locally by Lock Shield Partners, creating a map for your future. 643 WCLU. I'm going to go ahead and get that theme song going here because it's time to go down memory lane. Archives is where we start off the morning and head backwards. Yes, it's the archives. We go back 100 years and explain a few things, as folks say. We've got 100 years worth of history. The archivists, Ray Green and Gail Berry, are primarily the folks who do a whole lot of digging. We really enjoy the harvest, and we are going to jump in and take care of this right after we hear from the sponsor of the archives today, Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto, no problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
All right, Sam Terry is here, ready to roll on Monday morning, I am sure, sir.
Yes, sir.
I want to remind folks again about this activity down at the Cultural Center. Not really activity, but it's a display in the Snavely Gallery, second floor. Terry Jackson and Les Bowman exhibiting cudgels, shillelaghs, and things. the name of this ought to be enough to get you to go down there. Look at some of these things, and Terry has written a nice description of this, talking about just different things that he's learned how to do and different things to share. And I'm sure that's going to be something pretty spectacular down there. It's going on through the July 31st, so you have time, but don't procrastinate. I'm the world's best procrastinator, Sam, and I don't want to mess that up. At the Cultural Center. Let's go, okay?
All right.
1919 in the Republican. Doherty and Company advertises the following. I've just received another carload of good driving and work horses. We'll sell privately until Saturday, when the remainder will be sold at auction. And you can see these horses at Al Pettigo's stable. So here we are in 1919. The machine was still just a passing fancy. If you want work done, get a work horse. And this sounds like Doherty and Company has got some horses for you to check out. 1919. Wonder if there's ever been like not really a census, but the number of horses required to make this community run from the agricultural standpoint, the transportation standpoint, probably used to be a whole lot more, wouldn't you say, Sam?
A tremendous number.
Mm-hmm. Part of our past. Also a part of our past here in 1929, Ely Drugs is preparing to remodel their store with new fixtures from top to bottom. All the showcases, the counters, the wall shelves, and the other fixtures are to be replaced with the latest fixtures on the market. A new front is to be put on the building, and altogether it's going to be a new store. This will add greatly to the appearance of the building. So much anticipation here. They get a newspaper article out of the improvements to come on Ely Drugs. And,
exactly. And of course, that was when the Ely's was located on the east side of the downtown square, right next door to then the Farmers Bank, and today the Chamber of Commerce. I believe Make It Mine Embroidery is now in the old Ely space.
I believe you're right. Now it was a fun place to go. Excuse me. They had a lunch counter down there that I like to visit on Saturdays as a young kid at Ely Drugs, and a lot of changes in medicine, changes in style. They had it all at Ely Drugs back in the day, Sam. 1939, the headline reads, 31E workers are meeting here. The meeting will be held at the Spotswood Hotel next Tuesday night, at which time an effort will be made to form a militant organization and a program to go after improvements on the Jackson Highway, 31E, one of the nation's oldest north-south highways. The meeting will be attended by delegations from Nashville and Louisville, and road-minded citizens should lend their attendance to this meeting and advice. Arrangements for the meeting are being handled by Gordon Brown, the president of the Chamber of Commerce, and W.P. Combs, the chairman of the Highway Committee. Confer with them at once for reservations. Let nothing keep you from attending, only, of course, if you want something done. If you don't, just stay away, and we'll bet nothing will be done. Don't you love the editorial of the last paragraph of this particular news story?
Spur them on.
They could do that. Yeah, I do like the description here in this story about it's actually a militant organization. That sounds like there's some action expected, or we're going to make some action happen.
The Jackson Highway can be documented back to the very early 1800s as one of our oldest thoroughfares between Louisville and Nashville, and was built much like the old Roman roads were in ancient history. So it's got a lot of history, and I think there's about 150 miles of the Jackson Highway that stretches through Kentucky, and back about 1911 or so, there was an effort to connect county roads that would create the Jackson Highway to run from Chicago to New Orleans, and it was quite an effort.
I'd say. And there was once a day when, well, it's still a very busy road, but, I just think back on the days when it was, just packed with travelers year-round, the Jackson Highway. So anyway, hopefully they met and got something done, which we know later they did. Let's go to getting some more road work done here. In 1949, Sam, construction began last week on the Coral Hill Bridge across Beaver Creek. This project has been long needed, but the expense was above the amount that the county could spend, and it was necessary to secure state aid in building the structure. Joe Bell is the contractor in charge of construction. He stated that the concrete and steel structure is going to be 160 feet long, including both approaches to the 3-span bridge. Certainly, that was a need there to get that bridge over the Big Beaver Creek, and they just tried to raise the money locally, but they had to get a little state help in 1949. 1959, 2 Glasgow musicians attending the state camp. That's the headline here from 1959. Martha Gabbard, the daughter of Mr. and Ms. William Gabbard, and Tommy Lyons, the son of Mr. and Ms. Roger Lyons, all from Glasgow, are among the 100 outstanding high school musicians attending the 24th season of the Stephen Collins Foster Music Camp at Eastern Kentucky State College. The 4-week summer camp will end on July the 12th. Don't you know that was an incredible honor for those 2 youth, Martha Gabbard and Tommy Lyons, in 1959, Sam?
Yes, indeed, and the Glasgow Musicale is the group responsible for helping keep the Stephen Foster Music Camp supplied with worthy students.
Mm-hmm.
To this very day, Glasgow and Barron County have more students that go to Stephen Foster Music Camp than any other place in Kentucky, and it's quite an incredible thing. And the Musicale deserves a lot of credit for raising money and helping local young people with musical ability get that extra bit of training and some great experiences.
A tradition that the community is very proud of as well, and certainly something we want to see continue. 1969, this was in the Glasgow Times about a birthday party. Leanne Hughes celebrated her 6th birthday with a party at her home on C Street. It was a Red Riding Hood party. Have you ever been to one of those, Sam?
I have not, and I was just wondering all the activities that you had going on at a Red Riding Hood party.
Yeah. It could be, somebody surely's got to come dressed as the wolf. Probably some little fella. And anyway, it was I'm sure, a big time for Leanne Hughes and her 6th birthday with the Red Riding Hood party on C Street. But it was fun, too. 1979, a big day here when John Y. Brown and Louis B. Nunn, who were candidates for Kentucky governor, got to shake hands as Nunn left and Brown arrived at a meeting of the Kentucky Press Association held at, Sam, the Cave City Holiday Inn. This was the first meeting of the 2 men since they won their party's nominations in the May primary. So I'm sure everybody, including the Press Association members, were watching closely every interaction between those 2 fellas there, Sam. 1979. And, of course, history will tell us that it was a pretty tight fight, too, there in that gubernatorial in the primary there. 1979. Politics a lot different back then, too, just in the makeup of the politics of the state in 1979. But that's why we keep paying attention. 1989, receiving honors at local universities were Jeffrey T. Rutledge, Sherry G. Kingery, James L. Sharber, John Burks, Brenda Bunch, David Driver, Stephen Rasco, Martha Thompson, Christine Elmlinger, Saritha Patterson, Charity Gosser, and Laura Turner. These were just, I guess it was a combined story about different students from different universities who all are from here, getting honors in 1989, Sam. It's just, I think it's important that we continue to bring up those honors, and shouldn't the achievements should not go unnoticed, for sure.
I would agree.
1999, let's see here. We've got a story, a docudrama about Floyd Collins being produced by a film company that's owned by Doran and Elaine Walker. Now, I don't know if about Doran and Elaine Walker, why they note that in the story. Do you?
Well, Doran and Elaine Walker had, I suppose still have, a film company called Peridot Pictures in Bowling Green, and Elaine, of course, is now former mayor of Bowling Green and formerly the Secretary of Tourism in Frankfurt. And one of their early ventures when they moved to Kentucky from California was to create a docudrama about Floyd Collins.
Well, that sounds to me like that's a mighty fine subject, and I presume they finished that, didn't they?
Yes, they did. I'm sorry to say I don't recall the proper name of it, but it was completed, and there were several showings of it around the state.
Well, that'll give us something to research a little later, then, you think? And then in 2009, it was 10 years ago this day. This is not the kind of thing that you really want to talk about, but it's important that we had these things. The newspaper writer in 2009 says the past 2 weeks have brought sounds of local tornado sirens and advisories of severe storms. Major destruction was the result. Just sort of a headline there, and just, well, we always have to be on our toes, When the rumble comes in the middle of the night like it did this weekend, you've got to realize that the potential is there, and I'm glad we have such things as sirens and emergency alert tones here on the radio and all that to keep folks aware of the danger. Cut down on the destruction, certainly on the injury. Well, that's sort of where we are here this morning, Sam, on starting things out. You think that's a pretty good way to shore up history for this, the 17th day of June?
I do, and I will give you an update. Thanks to our friend Google, the name of the docudrama was quite appropriately The Floyd Collins Story.
Oh, well, it shouldn't be hard to find, then, should it?
Exactly, and I noticed that a popular purveyor of books and things on the internet has it available on DVD.
Well,
if someone wants to go looking for it.
Well, I bet we should, just from a standpoint of keeping up with our own history, we probably ought to check that out, Sam. Good idea. Thanks for researching that, sir. And thanks for joining us today, and we'll resume tomorrow with another discussion of our history, okay?
I'll look forward to it. Have a great day.
You too. Noted historian Sam Terry on the air with us today to talk about history, 100 years worth, courtesy of the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center. And as I mentioned, a couple of talented archivists and a whole lot of special folks who love our history. We'll do it again tomorrow.
You find yourself thinking about the future? Perhaps you are considering downsizing or purchasing your first home. Or maybe your family is growing and you need a bigger home. I'm Gay Parker, mortgage originator with Citizens First Bank. With my 40 years of experience helping homeowners in South Central Kentucky, I can find the best mortgage product for you, regardless of your stage of life. Stop in our Glasgow branch or apply online at citizensfirstbank.com. Citizens First, the best choice for the best mortgage loans.
MLS number 419873. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
After making arrangements for loved ones, many baby boomers choose to make their own arrangements in advance. At Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home, we allow you the freedom to plan your own funeral, a service that will reflect your individual values and beliefs. We understand you have lived your life to the beat of a different drummer. Your final arrangements should be a reflection of the way you lived. Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home in Glasgow. For our most current obituary information, visit our website at hatchersadler.com.
You know what sounds fun? Holiday World and Splash and Safari sounds fun. We're talking the kind of fun you find on 4.5 miles of rides and slides. The kind of fun that leads to the sounds of silence on the car ride home. Because the kids will be sleeping. The kind of fun that comes from finding the best savings online at holidayworld.com. So get the fun started today.
Free soft drinks, free parking, free sunscreen!
Those warm weather months are nice, but for some people, it doesn't matter what the weather is. They have to go to work. And if that's you, you know how important footwear is to the daily grind. So as Kaylee says, come on down to the Quick Stop Shoe Store and check us out. Happy Valley Road in Glasgow, just down from Houchins Grocery. Look for the Red Wing sign. It's a shoe store designed to give you a personal experience to find the right shoe that fits your feet, your work needs, whether it be steel toe or waterproof. The Albrights are known and trusted for these very reasons. That's the Quick Stop Shoe Store across from Swifties on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow.
Come on down to the Quick Stop Shoe Store and check us out.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
Tired of sitting still? Get going with the bank that's going places, South Central Bank. The South Central Bank Green Tree Travel Club has a journey planned to always exciting Branson, Missouri. Check your calendar. It's October 23rd through the 27th. See Branson at its best. Enjoy the Snowboat Dinner Cruise, a train ride on the Branson Scenic Railway. Experience the Murder Mystery Dinner Show, Lambert's Cafe, and of course, it wouldn't be Branson without experiencing the George Strait Dinner Show.
Write this down.
If you're a Green Tree Travel Club member, it's just $600. Non-members, $700. Better book your reservations. A trip like this in late October will fill up fast. Call 888-651-7466 to book it today. October 23rd through the 27th. Head to Branson with South Central Bank's Green Tree Travel Club. 888-651-7466. Member FDIC.
Flooding concerns today in the northern part of the state, but we are going to be seeing our showers and thunderstorms later today. We'll run that temperature up into the upper 80s. Tonight, more showers, thunderstorms. The overnight low falls back to around 70. And yes, we will see thunderstorms again for Tuesday. Afternoon high up to around 80 degrees. And a decent opportunity for showers and thunderstorms coming back on Wednesday. Wednesday's high around 85 degrees. I'm Jeff Eno from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Jeff. We got about 1/10 of an inch of rain as the rain came earlier this morning. Really looking at the constant coverage, the studio radar screen. Everything has moved well to the north as a straight line. If you look, let's see, about Hardinsburg, Kentucky, you look east toward E-Town and then southeast as it goes down toward about Somerset this morning. Of course, all that is north of our area, and don't see a whole lot on the backside. Well, a little light shower activity in Hopkinsville. That's about it. But 1/10 of an inch is what we have mustered up here. 94% humidity, southwest winds at 10, 29.97 is the pressure, and it's a steamy, sticky, I'm telling you, a sticky 68 degrees here at WCLU. It is it's very much humid out there. Be aware of that as you're up and running here this morning. Weather brought to you by South Central Bank.
A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. The tongue of the wise uses knowledge rightly, but the mouth of fools pours forth foolishness. Proverbs 15 verses 1 and 2. The Bible tells us again and again that the best words are calm words. You're not going to win many arguments. You're not going to persuade people to leave their way of thinking and come to yours by being angry and using harsh words. Calm words are the best. The Bible further says in Proverbs 17:27, "He who has knowledge spares his words, and a man of understanding is of a calm spirit." Parents, you want to get through to your children? Kids, you want to make headway with your folks? Use calm words. This has been Bart Warren from the South Green Street Church of Christ.
Enjoy half-off sushi every Monday and Tuesday at Shogun Bistro in Glasgow. That's right, half-off sushi each Monday and Tuesday at Shogun Bistro right off the square in Glasgow. Shogun Bistro. You've chosen wisely.
Are you looking for a new Chevrolet, Cadillac, or maybe a new Nissan? What about a quality used car? Truth is, it doesn't matter, because if we don't have it, we will find it for you. And we promise you a great deal on it as well. Do you live in Glasgow? Well, make sure to give us a try before you buy. Not from Glasgow? Don't pass us up to go somewhere else. You could miss out. We are aggressively priced on all our vehicles, and we will give you more for your trade. Make sure to ask us about the Goodman Advantage, which includes a powertrain warranty for life and so much more. So stop by today and check out our great selection of new and used vehicles at Goodman Automotive, corner of Happy Valley and Reynolds Road in Glasgow, or online at GoodmanAutomotive.com. Things were never better at Goodman.
When you drive that money-saving road to Glasgow, great deals, no games, come home to Goodman.
Okay, 68 degrees, WCLU. Shall we play trivia? I think it's going to be a good thing to do because somebody's going to win a delicious pizza from Little Caesars just for showing your smarts. What about Little Caesars?
Listen to the delicious crunch of Little Caesars' new Extra Most Bestest Hot and Ready Thin Crust Pepperoni Pizza for just $6. Hot and ready every day between 4 and 8 p.m. Just walk in and pick up a large, crispy Thin Crust Pizza with the most cheese and pepperoni at the nation's best price of only $6. Little Caesars Thin Crust Pepperoni Pizza. One bite and you'll be back for more.
Pizza. Top 4 national pizza chains. Extra Most Bestest Thin Crust Pepperoni Pizza versus large round one topping Thin Crust Pepperoni Pizza. Everyday standard menu prices at participating locations plus tax.
651-9149, 800-956-1023. We had a great week last week of first-time winners only. But, you know, now the restrictions are off. As long as you haven't already won this month, then you can win today. Everybody's eligible, I guess is the way to say that. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. You know, if you're in school and they give you a math problem and it has a divide sign in it, the divide sign is a straight line with a dot above it and a dot below it. What is the actual name of the divide sign? You know what I'm talking about. A straight line with a dot before it and a dot below it. That's the divide sign in my book, but it actually has a name. What is the name of that? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Looking for the name. If somebody says, draw one of these, you'd know what to draw. And what would that be?
Is it division?
I'm sorry?
Division?
No, it's not right. Hello, trivia.
Multiple.
No, it's not right. What's the name of this sign? Little sign. It's a divide by sign. It's a straight line with a dot above it and a dot below it. What would that be?
Dividend?
No, it's not right. People are thinking real good. I'll tell you that. Trivia.
Obelisk.
That's right. Who's this speaking?
This is the birthday boy, Ray Green.
Ray, how you doing?
I'm doing better since I won pizza.
Now, what state are you in today, Ray?
I am full-time Kentucky resident now, Henry.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, I just have to ask. It is
I'm sitting over here in beautiful Horse Cave, Kentucky.
Well, it is a beautiful place over there, isn't it? It is the word is, and I did a little phonetic check on it. I came up with obulus. But you said obulus, which is that's good.
I have no idea how to pronounce it.
That's good enough for a pizza. It's obulus. It's obviously a Latin word that actually, if you take it back to the beginning of time, it actually means a sharp point, which I guess if you divide something enough, you'll get it down to a sharp point. But it's obulus. That's the name of that divide sign. OBELUS. That's we learned something today, Ray. We learned you're a full-time resident too.
possibly the same root word as obelisk, like the Washington Monument.
Yes.
Sharp point.
Could very well be. That all of that it gets to the same point right there of learning our history, and also learning something. It's good to learn something every day, because I know I certainly do.
Thanks, Henry.
Have a good day, Ray. Bye-bye. Have a happy birthday, too. Ray Green, that's right. It worked out good. He wins on his birthday. Ray Green, it's the obulus. That's the name of that divide sign there that you have in those math problems. OBELUS. Ray Green wins today. We'll see who wins tomorrow. Come back and join us. And a great big thank you to Little Caesars.
CBS News update. The U.S. says it'll release pictures in a few hours proving that Iran attacked 2 oil tankers last week in the Gulf of Oman. And now Iran says it plans to break the stockpile limit set in the Iran nuclear deal that the U.S. pulled out of last year, with enrichment just short of weapons-grade levels. CBS's Natalie Brand.
The Trump administration insists Iran was behind the attack. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says President Trump does not want war, but is considering all options.
Does that include a military response?
Of course.
Of course, the president will consider everything we need to do.
Also appearing on Face the Nation, Democratic Congressman and House Intelligence Committee Chair Adam Schiff, who says the U.S. shouldn't be standing alone on this.
Congressional approval is necessary to initiate hostilities against Iran. We should be trying to corral a response, though, from the international community to protect shipping, to impose sanctions. But because we have so alienated ourselves from our allies, that's not happening.
CBS News Update, I'm Peter King.
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU, 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM, 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO, 103.1 Glasgow.
ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Yes, we have a history and roots in Southern Kentucky. Yes, we have a large staff to support our clients with the attention and efficiency they deserve. Best of all, we continue to get better at what we do. You make us better. Let us show you the type of insurance experience we think should always come standard. Every person, family, home, farm, or business we serve gets our best effort. Dedicated to what's best for you, we're ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902, I'm Jared Persley, and I'd love the opportunity to work with you. Please give us a call.
Depend on WCLU local news. Online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. Members from the Glasgow City Council and Barron County Fiscal Court met last Friday with the Cave City and Park City Mayor to discuss the current interlocal agreement. Last Monday's Glasgow City Council meeting warranted conversation about the agreement after Council member Terry Bunnell asked to suspend the rules. The Glasgow City Council struck down a proposed agreement at a prior meeting. An ad hoc committee was formed at the meeting to discuss the current agreement. The 1.5-hour meeting dissected the interlocal agreement. Members on the committee offered thoughts and ideas regarding items to change. Mayor Harold Armstrong offered insight into his successes as a business liaison for the city. Armstrong says the agreement's purpose is to generate business.
I'm not patting myself on the back, but over the last 30 years, I have brought more jobs, more industry than anybody in this room. When I was on the city council, when I was off, the last 4 years off. And I know from a fact when I approach somebody about coming here, they're not saying, what do you do? What do you do? They're wanting action. They're wanting people to know what's going on and can perform and do what they say they can do to get them in here. We're not a Walmart greeter, but we need to be under that type of structure to where that everybody on that board has a decision. We have a director, we have a chairman that should be smart enough to know how to negotiate with these businesses, and if that's worked out that way, whether it be somebody on the fiscal court, I'm in agreement with it's the face that we put out there.
The committee agreed the Barron County Economic Authority's composition should remain the same. It currently includes 3 appointees from the Glasgow mayor, 3 from the Barron County Judge Executive, and 1 appointee from the Cave City mayor. The committee discussed amending item 3B in the agreement, which deals with term lengths. Currently, the agreement is that members will serve 4 years on the BCEA, but committee members agreed the terms should be lengthened to coincide with the elected officials' terms. According to Magistrate Carl Dickerson, he believes the community has lost faith in the eyes of the agreement.
The community's lost a lot of their faith in what's going on. Whether that's warranted or not, I don't know. But they've lost a lot of faith in what's going on there. And by the governing bodies at this time having more representation on the board, you're going to be able to restore some of that because they answer to the voters. They don't answer to the mayor or to the judge. They answer to the voters themselves. And that may give them a bit more confidence till we get this thing, whether it's warranted or not, get it back to where the community's got confidence in it again.
Councilmember Gary Norman is tasked with discussing a resolution to keep current Barron County Economic Authority members on the board until a new interlocal agreement is decided. The Warren County Sheriff's Office says deputies apprehended a man early Saturday after they responded to a theft in progress. According to a news release, the department responded to 180 Sunnyside Gott Road around 3:37 a.m. on Saturday. Police say they heard a male subject jump a cattle fence. Police located William Wright, 34 of Nashville, near a wood line not far from where deputies responded. According to police, Wright immediately fled into a field from deputies on foot when they tried to stop him. Police found Wright to be in possession of several credit cards and ID cards. Wright had stolen items from the victim's wallet and damaged their car. Wright was lodged in the Warren County Regional Jail and charged with third-degree criminal trespassing, second-degree criminal mischief, theft by unlawful taking or disposition, contents from a vehicle under $500, public intoxication excluding alcohol, first-degree fleeing or evading police on foot, 2 counts of tampering with physical evidence, possession of marijuana, and promoting contraband. A woman is dead after a New York driver collided into her vehicle last week. Kentucky State Police say a 3-vehicle fatal collision occurred around 4 o'clock last Thursday afternoon. Authorities say the accident happened in Campbellsville on Kentucky 55 South. Preliminary investigation has determined that 34-year-old Fazludin Bazarov of Brooklyn, New York, was operating a truck when he struck 42-year-old Don Miles' Jeep Wrangler. According to police, Miles of Columbia was stopped in a construction zone. Miles' vehicle overturned and struck 60-year-old Jeffrey Hubbard's truck. Police say Miles' and Hubbard's vehicles both caught fire. Miles was pronounced dead on the scene. Hubbard and a passenger were not injured. Bazarov was arrested and charged with reckless homicide, failure to render aid, reckless driving, and failure of a non-owner to maintain required insurance. Bazarov was lodged in the Taylor County Detention Center. According to this morning's 911 activity report, there was an accident with injury yesterday around 12:30 in the afternoon. The accident occurred around 802 East Main Street in Glasgow. The Glasgow Fire Department, Glasgow Police Department, and Barron Metcalfe EMS responded. Barron County Schools recently announced in a press conference that they will host the contemporary Christian rock band Newsboys in September. The Nashville-based band is scheduled to perform at Barron County High School September 13th at 7 p.m. The concert will serve as a benefit concert for the Southern Kentucky FCA chapter and the school system's summer reading and feeding initiative known as BC Reads and Feeds. Director of Nutritional Services and Summer Reading Coordinator Cheyenne Fant told WCLU News how the concert will benefit the 2 programs.
The proceeds for this go to BC Reads and Feeds and FCA. Both of those are organizations that serve multiple school districts, with FCA serving Fellowship of Christian Athletes at many school districts, and they have a phenomenal program to spread the word of God. And also our BC Reads and Feeds program, we are kind of like the hands and feet working through the summer months to give food to people who are in need. So 2 great causes that are coming together to be able to have the Newsboys dawn us again.
The Christian band performed at Barron County High School 4 years ago. This year's concert will be the second stop of 30 on the Greatness of Our God tour. Glasgow Council member Terry Bennell has helped organize the event. Bennell says there are varying ticket packages available.
We're excited to offer 3 ticket packages. One that will be floor seating, one will be second level chairback seating, and then bleacher seating. The event's going to be held at Barron County High School, where we had Newsboys 4 years ago. Had a fantastic crowd then, sold out crowd, and we know they'll be back this year with a very great message in their music and their performance.
Tickets go on sale at 8 o'clock this morning. A link to buy tickets can be found at barron.kyschools.us. 68 degrees, 717. We'll be right back for more local news.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Those are words a parent never wants to hear, but don't worry. I'm here to help when you do. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson with Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. Cold and flu season can be scary and intimidating unless you have a plan. Be sure to wash your hands, drink water, eat well, and get plenty of rest. But when that doesn't work, or when your kid picks up the latest bug tearing through their class, Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic is here to help. We offer same-day appointments for sick visits, and we make sure that we are up to date on the latest treatments to guide you through whatever hits you or your family. Many times, quick response can head off the worst of the symptoms, so put Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic on your speed dial and let us get you feeling better faster. 270-629-6722. Remember our new location right across from TJ Sampson Hospital at 1214B North Race Street. Together, we can keep you on the path to good health.
Call my mama. She will make you all better. 270-629-6722. Come on down to Bailey Gibson. The 2018s have to go.
All 2018 models are marked down. Buicks, GMCs, cars, trucks, SUVs, they've all got to go. Prices have been cut.
Cut below invoice?
Yes, get a new 2018 below invoice pricing, in addition to all available incentives. Need financing? We can help with that also. Come on down to 306 Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. Check out the big savings on all remaining 2018 Buicks and GMCs on the lot. These are the lowest prices of the year. Find the vehicle you like and let us help with the rest.
Remember, Buicks, GMC's, savings, Bailey Gibson.
Gibson, they're my deal-making, handshaking, wheel-turning, hard-working dealer.
When you think of family, what do you think about? Perhaps it's your parents, siblings, aunts, and uncles. For the Barron County Flames team, it's each other. In fact, you could never tell that the players and coaches are a group of inspired and active friends. According to team coach Greg Bernard, the team doesn't recognize themselves as anything other than family.
We're just like one big family. Like I said before, it's like when something happens, we all hurt. When we're happy, we're happy. When we're sad, but we're just like one big family. It doesn't matter what goes on. We may argue, we may fight, but in the long run, we're there to support each other.
The Flames team plays year-round, keeping a busy schedule of softball, bowling, basketball, and track and field. Playing softball is one of Amanda Payne's favorite activities.
I love it. I love sports. Softball's probably my favorite. It's busy. It keeps me busy, but I like to stay busy, so.
Payne is a hostess at the local Applebee's restaurant. Bernard says his passion is to see the team atmosphere and the ability for the team members to be involved in the community.
Athletes are people like we are. They just need an opportunity to be seen, to be heard. They just need an opportunity to have a chance.
Alan Wells and Kevin Farley have been Special Olympics team members for over 20 years. According to Wells, he loves being a part of the team.
I love it, Flames and Barron, because very important to me because I got lots of friends out there. I mean, sport. And all my college friends and high school friends and Special Olympics, they're real close to me.
Being such a close-knit group comes quite easy, though. Bernard works alongside a group of adults who have a passion for helping kids. According to Bernard, he always has had the passion.
It's always been a passion. I've always had a special spot in my heart for kids. And just to see them progress as they do over the years, over the weeks, it just really makes you proud to see that they've listened and they've learned and you're able to be involved in their life. My son, every time he's up to bat or up to bowling, I'm proud. I'm a proud dad. I'm a coach, but I'm also a proud dad, too. So it's not just one thing. I guess all these are my kids.
According to the Flame team members, the coaches make sure the team knows one thing, that they love them.
Greg, I love Greg. He's a great coach. Just the way that he treats all of us, and he's so friendly, and he helps with what he can.
Greg James is hard worker coaches, and we have to learn more, listen to him. And why they're screaming to us because they love us.
The Flames are hosting a fun night tomorrow at Ralphie's Fun Center beginning at 7 p.m. Bernard says they'll be bowling and anyone is welcome to attend. The Kentucky Supreme Court has upheld a murder conviction and 55-year sentence for a man who killed his sister-in-law. The Bowling Green Daily News reports George Walker's sentence was upheld last week. The 22-year-old man was convicted last year of strangling 23-year-old Alice Walker in 2015 and tampering with physical evidence in her death. Alice Walker's body was found bound with rope, wrapped in a tarp, and dumped in a river near her Adairville home. George Walker's appeal argued jurors saw a suppressed portion of his confession, which he argued shouldn't have been used as evidence because his rights were violated during it. The court dismissed these arguments, saying Walker's defense wasn't harmed by the video and his rights weren't violated. A former NBA player, Anthony Grundy, has pleaded not guilty in connection with a fatal hit-and-run crash in Kentucky. News outlets report the 40-year-old Grundy turned himself in Friday and appeared in court Saturday. He is charged with leaving the scene of an accident and failure to render aid. A police report says Grundy told police he knew he hit something on Dixie Highway in Louisville the night of June 7th, but did not stop. Police say a woman trying to cross the road died after being struck. News outlets report that Grundy attended high school in Kentucky and played basketball at North Carolina State University from 1998 to 2002. He then played professionally in several countries and played briefly with the Atlanta Hawks in the 2005-2006 season. And Kentucky's Supreme Court has ruled that a damage waiver signed by a parent at a trampoline park does not protect the park from liability in the case of an injured child. The Courier-Journal reports that the court said Thursday it reached a unanimous decision in a lawsuit against House of Boom, a Louisville trampoline park where an 11-year-old girl broke her ankle in August 2015. The girl's mother had signed a waiver warning of the risk of serious injury, paralysis, or death when she bought tickets for her daughter. The mother alleged House of Boom failed to adequately supervise customers or follow safety policies. House of Boom cited the waiver in seeking the lawsuit's dismissal. The court ruled that the public's interest in protecting children renders liability waivers at for-profit operations unenforceable. It's 7:24, 68 degrees. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane. As always, you can find us at WCLUradio.com. And if you have a story tip or a news tip or something you think we should know about, you can find it at WCLUradio.com.
Make this the year that you transition into spring fully prepared. When it comes to making your home and property look its best to have Mammoth Cave Transplants at your side. Come to Mammoth Cave Transplants and see greenhouse after greenhouse full of bedding plants, hanging plants, trees, shrubs, all of the lavish colors and full foliage plants ready to beautify the world around you. Have you always wanted to get a good start to your garden? Well, Janet Dennison and her staff enjoy helping people pick out the right gardening plants, supplies, and materials to make your green thumb the best yet. Mammoth Cave Transplants is easy to get to. We're at 5394 Brownsville Road, Highway 259 between Pig and Rhodey. You'll be impressed with the sprawling complex where spring gardening, landscaping, and beautification is well underway. Call us today at 270-597-2533. We are Kentucky proud and we'll be celebrating 25 years in business. We keep Kentucky growing.
You find yourself thinking about the future? Perhaps you are considering downsizing or purchasing your first home. Or maybe your family is growing and you need a bigger home. I'm Gay Parker, mortgage originator with Citizens First Bank. With my 40 years of experience helping homeowners in South Central Kentucky, I can find the best mortgage product for you, regardless of your stage of life. Stop in our Glasgow branch or apply online at citizensfirstbank.com. Citizens First, the best choice for the best mortgage loans.
NMLS number 419873. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All in subject to credit approval.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Part of a rick house at a distillery in Owensboro collapsed overnight. That's according to WFIE television in Evansville, which reports the rick house at the O.Z. Tyler Distillery stored 20,000 barrels of bourbon, and about 4,000 barrels fell during the collapse. There are no reports of injuries. A Kentucky high school basketball legend has died. King Kelly Coleman died in Hazard. He was 80 years old. Coleman is the first Kentucky Mr. Basketball and is the all-time leading scorer in state high school boys basketball history. He starred for Wayland High School and is the only player in state history to score over 4,000 points. Governor Bevin's chief of staff says he authorized the firing of a key aide to Lieutenant Governor Janine Hampton. Blake Rickman said in a statement over the weekend that he authorized the firing of Adrienne Southworth, saying she repeatedly demonstrated poor judgment. The firing last month prompted Hampton to send out a tweet praising Southworth's work as stellar and asking for prayers in her fight against, quote, dark forces. It was a violent weekend in Louisville. 9 people were shot in separate incidents. 1 was killed. All the injured victims are in stable condition. The Louisville Cardinals dropped their first game at the College World Series in Omaha. Coach Dan McDonald's Cards fell to Vanderbilt 3-1.
You know, maybe it's having our back against the wall. Maybe it's playing with a little more edge. We always say we have to be who we are, and we play a certain way, a certain style with a certain type of energy. And I just didn't think we were that today.
Louisville drops into the elimination bracket. They will play Auburn tomorrow afternoon. I'm Paul Miles.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
At AT&T, we believe that access to affordable home internet brings you incredible opportunities. You can enjoy the power to explore a digital world of possibilities and connect with family, friends, and the things that matter most. That's why there's access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month or less. No commitment, no deposit, no installation fee. Plus, get an in-home Wi-Fi gateway included at no extra cost. Call 1-855-220-5211 or visit att.com/access now to learn more.
SNAP refers to the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Pricing excludes taxes and fees. Includes 1 terabyte of data per month. Data overage charges apply. For details about data allowance, go to att.com/internet-usage. Geographic and service restrictions apply.
Did you know termites cause over $5 billion in property damage each year? Luckily, you can protect your home with Arrow Exterminators and the Centricon system with always active technology. Centricon creates a protective barrier around your home to stop termites before they ever have the chance to attack. It is truly investment protection for your home. The pros at Arrow Exterminators also specialize in pest, mosquito, and fire ant control. And you can feel good knowing that all services are backed with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. All you have to do is schedule a free home evaluation, and a licensed Arrow professional will come to your home and inspect, identify, and then treat in the most environmentally responsible method available today. Call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or arrowexterminators.com. It's not just pest control, it's Arrow Exterminators Pest Control.
The Weather Channel brings you the latest forecast. Sponsored by Southern States in Glasgow.
Southern States has been partnering with farmers since 1923, which is why so many farmers depend on Southern States season after season for fertilizers and chemicals, baler twine and hay supplies, fly minerals for beef cattle, and so much more. You need it? They have it at Southern States. And yes, they love helping gardeners with seed and supplies. Lots of folks get their propane tanks refilled for the summer season at Southern States. But did you realize they are your home for the world-famous Holland grills? Check them out today. You'll always feel taken care of when you depend on Southern States Glasgow Co-op on Sampson Street.
Flooding concerns today in the northern part of the state, but we are going to be seeing our showers and thunderstorms later today. We'll run that temperature up into the upper 80s. Tonight, more showers, thunderstorms. The overnight low falls back to around 70. And yes, we will see thunderstorms again for Tuesday. Afternoon high up to around 80 degrees. And a decent opportunity for showers and thunderstorms coming back on Wednesday. Wednesday's high around 85 degrees. I'm Jeff Eno from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Jeff. It's 7:31. Let's look at the current conditions. We have recorded still just 1/10 of an inch of rain in the past 24 hours here at the WCLU studios. The barometer is down at 29.97, 94% humidity, and the winds out of the southwest at 10 miles an hour. The rain has changed position here in the last 15 minutes or so. It's all converged on E-Town. It's kind of like, you know, how all the interstates and all the parkways come to E-Town. Well, that's kind of what's happened to the radar screen here this morning. Some pretty good thunder showers. It's going to be a nasty drive from E-Town all the way into Greater Louisville this morning, and out east on the Martha Lane Collins Bluegrass Parkway. Pretty good shower activity there. Some heavier downpours all the way over to about Harrodsburg or so this morning. So be aware of that as you're driving on the parkway, that it could give you a little bit of a problem travel-wise, but let's just be aware of that. And we're at 68 degrees at WCLU.
It's an honor to be joined with the one and only Bobby Lee Hurt in the studio today. And Bobby, you've been out searching hard for the best deals and best quality vehicles you could find, isn't that right?
That's correct, Wes.
So everybody is wanting to know what's the best deal, what's new at Hurt Auto Sales, so they can come down there and see it.
Just in, a 2013 Ford F-150 Crew Cab, 4-wheel drive, local trade, only $13,900. A 2013 Volkswagen Jetta 4-door sedan, only $6,900. A 2012 Mercedes C300 4-door sedan, loaded with extras, low miles, only $10,900. And an 07 BMW X3, a sharp-looking SUV, only $5,900.
Folks, if you're in the market for a used vehicle, those are 4 great choices for you right there. But if you're not in the market, just remember that easy-to-remember motto, folks, which is
no pain when you trade with Hurt.
That's Hurt Auto Sales, West Main Street in Glasgow, 270-590-1181, or visit HurtAutoSalesGlasgow.com.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's official. I'm retiring next week.
Well, that's a good thing as long as you've been preparing for it.
But I'm not ready. I kept saying I'll get around to it.
Hello, I'm Anthony Mite, your local Modern Woodman financial representative. Don't be like Miss I'll get around to it. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
Is your dad hard to buy for? Well, at Lessenberry Do-It Center, we're making it easy with our big Father's Day sale. Lessenberry's huge store is full of ideas. Come browse and save. The special of the month sure makes you have a cool dad. This 16-inch 3-speed oscillating fan with adjustable height is only $19.97. Dad can chill in the comfort of a zero-gravity relaxer, available in 3 colors with multiple positions and headrest. For Father's Day, save $18. It's just $39.99 now. Dad will be the king of home improvement with a big tube of King Caulk, $4.97 for a 9-ounce tube. Setting out tomatoes will be a snap with this 33-inch tomato ring, 99 cents each. And be quick on the draw with Wasp and Hornet Killer Spray, $2.79 for a big 18-ounce can. Make shopping for Dad a pleasure. Spend some time at Lessenberry Do-It Center, 1010 West Main in Glasgow.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Yes, indeed, Ralphie's is a fun place, and I'm going to tell you how much fun it is. You just need to plan on getting out there and checking out some of the neat things that they are doing. They're doing some really special things here this summer that we're going to be telling you about at Ralphie's, but they're going to do it always with fun in mind. Let me tell you about our birthday honorees we have today, like Ray Green, Aiden Gully, who is 10, Whitney Williams Kinslow with a birthday. It's also Pam Karen's birthday, Rachel Pace, Phyllis Stevenson with a birthday, Rita Shaw, Aubrey Bullington, Vicky Key has a birthday today. Debbie Billingsley celebrates a birthday today, too. Anniversary for John and Leslie Bradshaw, a very nice couple celebrating a big anniversary today. Now, it's also, I need to tell you, it's Rachel Pace Day on the radio. It kind of worked out good because it was requested that she be good as gold on her birthday. And, well, here's what was written in terms of the nomination form here to make Rachel Pace good as gold. And the contributor says, "This is my baby girl's birthday. I am one of the lucky fathers that every few years her birthday falls on Father's Day. Rachel is a very loving mom to her daughter and our granddaughter, Presley." Well, that's a proud papa if I've ever heard one, and you need to be patted on the back, Rachel. If you see Rachel Pace around, you do the same thing and let her know she's good as gold. From WCLU and a little taste of Texas.
I am loaded. Are you crazy, chicken? No, I'm loaded with sauteed mushrooms, bacon, green onions, and a blend of cheeses. And have you met my girlfriend, Hawaiian Chicken?
Aloha.
And this is my old buddy, the deluxe grilled chicken sandwich. He's big and bad on the outside, but tender on the inside with Swiss cheese and bacon strips.
Take your pick at Colton Steakhouse and Grill, serving Glasgow, Campbellsville, Radcliffe, and Bardstown. We know what's at stake, and chicken too.
Sleep better than ever with up to 30% savings on every bedroom suite on sale this week at Ford's Furniture. Like a solid maple artisan imposed bedroom in a mink finish. The group features a queen bed, 7-drawer dresser, landscape bevel glass mirror, 5-drawer chest, 6-drawer door chest, and a 3-drawer nightstand. Save up to 30% off or get up to 48 months, no interest financing on the bedroom of your dreams on sale this week at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow.
That's Ford's Furniture.
1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800-848-2638. 1-800
It would be a huge understatement for me to tell you that it's a huge week at the Empty Nest and Pharmacy Express. Why? Well, do you like prizes? Do you like sales? Do you like celebrations? We got a lot to celebrate this week at the Empty Nest and at Pharmacy Express because Gay and Alan Fleener are now celebrating 10 years of ownership of the Pharmacy Express, and it's been 10 years since the opening of the Empty Nest. So how do we celebrate? Well, we're kicking off the Summer Spectacular Sale, which goes on now through this Saturday, June 22nd. How about snacks? How about door prizes and drawings and free giveaways? Then be present at the Customer Appreciation Day on Wednesday, June 19th, and you could win prizes and giveaways and enjoy delicious snacks. And all this week at the Empty Nest inside Pharmacy Express, take advantage of the Summer Spectacular Sale. It's a huge week at the Empty Nest and at Pharmacy Express. Come help us celebrate 10 years of ownership for the Fleener family at the Empty Nest and Pharmacy Express. And don't miss Customer Appreciation Day this Wednesday. Open weekdays 8:30 to 7, Saturdays until 2.
Good morning, friends. Each of us has a struggle within. Every person's struggle is unique, and yet it is such as is common to mankind. We all fight a battle for our own soul on a daily basis. Our enemy is the devil, and he is powerful. We make commitments, decisions, and promises to do better, and yet our attempts at self-made victory always end in tragic defeat at some point in our lives. He will always defeat us if we attempt to win these battles by our own strength and willpower. Satan is powerful, but not all-powerful. He's knowing, but not all-knowing. Our adversary is definitely stronger than we are, and so we must have some avenue of protection in order to be victorious in our war with him. Jesus has promised us that we can and will be victorious over all the tricks of the devil if we trust him to be Lord of our lives. We are not at war with flesh and blood, but with spiritual wickedness. Satan's battleground is our mind. He is a liar and a deceiver. He seeks to destroy our lives as well as our eternal soul. It is important that we fill our minds with Jesus, learn of him, trust him, follow him, obey him, and praise him. In Jesus, the battle is won. Without Jesus, the battleground is strewn with the evidence and spoils of our defeat. This is Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Thank you, Danny. 7:40, 20 before the top of the hour, 8 o'clock here in WCLU. Let me tell you about Zach Sneed. Zach Sneed, we just learned, is having a birthday on the 17th day of June, today. And it's a biggie. Zach Sneed is 21 today. Congratulations there, Zach. I want to be sure and boy, that 21st birthday, that's a biggie, and we're glad that Zach is celebrating, and we get to know about it here today on WCLU. We got some tidbit news here. I was just telling Brendan they're kind of lame tidbits, but we'll share them anyway here just in a couple of minutes on WCLU. So hope y'all will go with us. 741. Bud Greenup Real Estate and Auction is selling desirable lakefront property, a 2-story frame home, and farm machinery as a part of the Arnold Morris Estate sale. It's Saturday, June 22nd. Attend this sale at 178 Ralph Morris Road, divided into 2 tracks. Track number 1 is nearly 11 acres with 1,000 feet of frontage along the Beaver Creek portion of Barren River Lake. The home on this tract is a 4-bedroom frame home with a master bedroom and bath, large living room, and country kitchen. Track number 2 is 11 acres with 450 feet along Barren River Lake, a gorgeous building lot. The quiet solitude of this property is amazing. Equipment to be sold includes an Alice Chalmers D12 with a cultivator and sickle bar mower, a Ford 1320 tractor with turf tires and 60-inch belly mower, and lots of other farm, lawn, and garden machinery. Go to budgreenup.com for the full brochure and lots of great pictures. Bud Greenup has opened an office in Glasgow to better serve their Barron County customers. Barry Claypool, broker and auctioneer. Billy Carver, listing agent and auctioneer. Don't miss the auction June 22nd at 178 Ralph Morris Road.
The People's Bank is not just your local community bank. We are your hometown family bank. When you walk through our doors, I know you by name and you are treated like my family. So please come and see me, Sue Gentry, at the People's Bank, 1300 West Main Street here in Glasgow, and I will be glad to help you with all of your banking needs.
The People's Bank, working for you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Some people say, a pharmacy is a pharmacy. You go in, you buy the same pills you can buy anywhere. I would tell you different. I know from my own personal experience that Glasgow Prescription Center, the difference really is the people that work there. I was having a hard time sleeping. I couldn't get the right mask for my CPAP machine, and it was really affecting the way I lived. Luckily, I met Bryant at Glasgow Prescription Center, and he pointed out a new mask that was similar to my old mask, but might fit better and might relieve the pressure that I just couldn't stand and couldn't sleep with at night. And I'm happy to say I'm sleeping better, I feel better, and it's all because I'm at the right person at the right pharmacy. Glasgow Prescription Center is not just any other pharmacy. And I would encourage you that if you're not happy with the service you're getting, or you're looking for the right kind of home medical product, or you just want to see a smiling face when you go to the pharmacy, Glasgow Prescription Center is the best place to go. Located in the Southgate Shopping Center, call 270-651-8889.
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new Loaded Hash Round Bowl. Crispy potatoes, fluffy eggs, sausage gravy, melted cheddar, and crumbled bacon. Now part of our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. No longer are bowls just college football games you can nap to. Now they're loaded with Hardee's delicious breakfast favorites and in our 2 for $4 mix and match. Try a bowl today. They're actually really useful. Hardee's, because it tastes better.
Available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
It is 7:44 at WCLU. I got some tidbit news to share with you, Brendan.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
I guess the theme song here for Tidbit News today, kind of a gridlock theme song. Not theme song, just a theme in general, you know. Can you handle that?
I think so.
Story number 1, down in Argentina. The state news agency there says that most of the nation's grid is back up and running after a massive blackout that left tens of millions of people without electricity. In fact, pretty much all of Argentina was dark. No electricity in the whole country over the weekend. And this massive blackout hit Argentina, Uruguay, and Paraguay when the Argentine president called an unprecedented failure of the country's power grid.
Wow.
That's pretty scary, but you think about how precious the power system is.
That's right.
The news agency there says the power has been restored to 90% of the South American country. Power has also been restored to most of Uruguay's 3 million people. Authorities were working frantically to restore the power, but 12 hours after the country went dark, more than a quarter of Argentina's 44 million people still were without power. The cause of the outage remained unclear.
Wow. That's quite scary, actually.
It would be. And even if you live there, you can't see where you're going. What if you were a visitor?
Well, that's right. And, there's a lot of implications there, too. Crime rates probably would rise.
Yeah, for sure. And so you just got to be thankful that we don't have to worry about that around here.
That's right.
And if we do, we know that folks are going to work to straighten it out.
That's right.
All right, that's some gridlock down in Argentina. If you're a dad who didn't get a Father's Day gift yesterday, it could have been because the person shopping for you Saturday went to Target. Have you heard about this?
I have heard about it. I haven't read on it, though.
A glitch stalled checkout lines at all the Target stores in the entire world on Saturday. Did you hear that?
My goodness.
All of the Target stores in the entire world Saturday, vexing customers and eating into Father's Day sales. The roughly 2-hour outage periodically prevented Target cashiers from scanning merchandise or from processing transactions. As the problem spread, so did long lines of customers in some of the stores. Those who tried to use the self-checkout registers fared no better. They weren't working either. Target temporarily closed some of its stores, including the one in San Francisco, rather than risk aggravating shoppers.
That would be bad.
It would be to aggravate a shopper or to not be able to check out
Both.
at Target?
Well, from the business standpoint, aggravating the customer. Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading about this, and there's social media. It's called it a dart board. People were throwing darts left and right at Target for all of these things. That they really, they didn't have any. The people the checkout folks certainly had no control over this. To be trashing them was pretty bad.
It was. Sometimes customers have the habit to be disrespectful. But
that's right. Or they feel good. They feel like, well, hey, if I can't do what I want to do, then I'm going to do what I want to do.
That's right. Target certainly couldn't do what they wanted to do, and that was sell.
That's right. And finally, this story, I don't know. I was looking at this story when it was raining this morning before sunrise. Out in Denver, Colorado, often when it rains heavily there's going to be puddles on a Major League Baseball field. But in Denver, the problem was that the puddle accumulated before the rain started. Get this. umpires called a halt to the action in the first inning of yesterday's game between San Diego Padres and the Colorado Rockies because water began pooling in foul territory along the right field line. The apparent culprit was a faulty irrigation line. The grounds crew pushed the water away and dried out the area, and play resumed about 15 minutes later. And then in the bottom of the sixth inning, the game was halted again, this time because storm clouds loomed. Fans in the upper deck of Coors Field were asked to leave their seats and to seek lower ground. That could be I've never been in a Major League ballpark where they did that, but you could have kind of a mad rush there. Wait a minute, lightning's in the area. Everybody up on the top decks, get down underneath here. And, I would want to do it as briskly as possible.
It's kind of hard to do that, though, when you have a lot of people like that.
That's right. And, most of those...
organized chaos.
That's right. Particularly up that high, they're probably made out of some sort of aluminum or something like that are probably lightning magnets.
Lovely.
Just got to plan on that. So anyway, there we have a couple of glitches and then a glitch in the water system, too.
That's right.
But we have to be prepared for that stuff, and it looks like we're going to get through it all right. And from the standpoint of Tidbit News, that's what we got today, Brennan.
All right, sounds good.
We'll try again tomorrow, okay?
All right.
What if your doctors treated you like family, your nurses calmed your fears, you received personalized, compassionate care at every visit? At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
The church and community calendar for Monday, June 17th. Hopewell Baptist Church Vacation Bible School will be tomorrow and Wednesday. Also on Thursday from 5:45 to 8 o'clock, the theme is On a Safari, Managing What Belongs to God. If you need a ride, call 270-651-6624 between 4:30 and 5 o'clock. First Baptist Church of Glasgow invites you to their Vacation Bible School. That's going to be today through Wednesday from 6 until 8 o'clock each night. The theme this year is World Changers Leading Through Actions, Acts 1, 6 through 8. They will have classes for all ages. Reverend Dr. Michael D. Rice is the host pastor. The church is located at 611 South Lewis Street. Peters Creek Missionary Baptist Church will hold Vacation Bible School today through Friday from 6 o'clock until 8 o'clock each night. The theme is Farm Fresh Faith. Friday night is family night, and there will be classes for nursery through adults. The church is located in Lucas. The pastor is Brother Jamie Thompson. If you need a ride, call Russell Reed at 646-2781. Glenview Christian Church will have Vacation Bible School tonight through the 21st from 5:30 until 8:15 each night. Dinner will be provided each night. You can register online by phone or in person. Cedar Grove Baptist Church will hold Vacation Bible School tonight through Friday from 6:15 to 8:34 each night. The theme is Farm Fresh Faith, and there will be Bible stories, also crafts, music, games, and snacks. Classes will be for newborn to adults. The commencement will be held on Sunday, June 23rd at 10 o'clock. The church is located at 300 Cedar Grove Church Road. Do you have a church community events coming up? We would like to know at 270-651-9149 or 1-800-956-1023. Log on to the website WCLUradio.com. I'm Jason Thomas for WCLU, your home for local.
If you're going to improve your home and property by investing in a pool, doesn't it make sense to get it from somebody willing to put their name on it? Jeff Adams at Adams Pools and Supplies is ready to get the job started. Plus, they're having a spring sale to get you in the mood for fun in the sun. Right now, buy a Solstice 24-foot pool with a 20-year liner warranty and 30-year wall warranty. For a limited time, pay only $24.99. Bigger sizes at equally great prices. An 18 by 33 pool, $36.99. 15 by 30,